Today's session, guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to set up your own online school, your actual LMS platform itself. I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to publish and launch an online course. I'm going to show you how to do this, whether it's an online membership program, a coaching program, a membership academy, a mini course, a lead magnet, a digital book. You can use these platforms to very, very quickly and easily launch your own products. Is everyone in the right room? In the right place? So. Exciting. Okay. Now, one of the first things I want to share with you guys is that there are many different platforms out there. There are many different softwares out there. And I don't know about you, I'm one of those kinds of girls who doesn't spend my money on clothes and shoes. I spend my money on tech and software because I'm a tech addict junkie and I absolutely love it. And the thing that can happen to us all going out into this online world is that we can become so distracted by which is the best tool, which is the best thing we should be buying, you know, which one of the millions of ones that are out there should I use? And the truth is, guys, there is no, at the moment, one perfect software for anything. And in order to kind of know which one is the right one for us, we have to pick something. And it may take a little bit of chopping and changing and moving around until you find the right one that works for you, because each different platform has different pros and cons. And when you compare them all together, you just kind of have to go with the one that has the most pros for you, your business, and your particular clients. In terms of online courses, online coaching programs, educational-based products and services, there are three main types of software that you can use to share them. Type number one is a marketplace. A marketplace example that you may have all heard of is Udemy, U-D-E-M-Y. Now, pros and cons with a marketplace. A marketplace is basically a supermarket for courses. Now, the pros of this are that these platforms that you put your content onto already have audiences of users. So Udemy, for example, has over 30 million users. So if you put something on Udemy, you know, quite naturally, by default, somebody's going to find that course. They're going to come across it in the various promotions that Udemy do, and you may make some sales. However, the cons of Udemy are, or any marketplace like Udemy, like Skillshare is another one, is that like any supermarket, if you have bread on a supermarket shelf, the customers that are walking through are not your customers. They're Coles' customers or they're Woolies' customers. So on Udemy, even though these students are enrolling in your course that you've put on their shelf, the fact is they're still Udemy students. So you do not get their email addresses and you only get a tiny percentage of the income. Udemy take the majority of the sale, a bit like Amazon does if you're selling products on there. So why would you use it, right? Now, Udemy can also discount those courses to the point where you only get maybe a couple of dollars tops for your course. Why use it? The pro of a marketplace is that it has 30 million students, right? So what I tend to recommend to experts and course creators is that you use these platforms for the purposes of exposure and self-promotion in a way that still gives value, right? There's no point just selling stuff and putting rubbish up there. You still need it to help people. If you are putting a product, can everyone just mute themselves if you're not talking, guys? Sorry, it's getting a bit of feedback from my end here. Please do interrupt me though if you have a question. If you have a cheap or a free product on Udemy, obviously you're going to get found. And in Udemy's platform, you have an instructor bio up on the corner of your student's dashboard. So in your videos, you can say to people, and if you want to follow me and see some of my other courses, click on my profile button at the top and you will be able to find my website. So it will actually allow you, so I keep losing my thing here, it will allow you to put a link to your website and to your social media channels, and that's how you can encourage people to move from the Udemy platform and come to your own platforms where your other stuff is hosted. So that takes me to product type number two, type of software, is a learning management system. Now, a learning management system is basically a piece of software that has been custom created for you to be able to very easily upload your own content, brand it completely as your own platform. You can make it look like your own website, feel like your own website. You connect it to your own email marketing software. You own the students, you own the customers, you own the database, you own what goes on your platform. You keep all of the money that's on it. Now, there are heaps out there to choose from. I'm a partner with pretty much all of them. So I'm not making recommendations based on which one pays me affiliate commission. I'm partnered with them all. The ones that you most likely will have heard of that are the most talked about and kind of top of the market are Thinkific, Kajabi, LearnWorlds, and Soundcart. So they're all extremely similar, guys. And I've given you, these are all my affiliate links. Each of these I do have, they come with special free trials that you can't get in the public markets. Because I'm a partner with them, I've got some free trial links. So what I do tend to recommend to people is go and get the free trials on all of them and see which one you prefer to use from the user's perspective, because really the similarities between them all in terms of features and functions are very, very close. Now, in saying that, I am partners with all of these guys and they are all fantastic. However, I have been using Thinkific for a long time. I do have accounts with all of them. Thinkific is my recommendation in the fact that it has the most advanced features and functions, or tends to stay ahead of the crowd the most. And I find the easiest to use, but that purely just comes from a personal user perspective. Please do the free trials and see which one you like best. Is the only way I can recommend which one you're going to enjoy. So these links here will give you free trials. This particular one for Thinkific is a 3-month free trial on their pro plan. So it's well worth jumping in to have a play with this particular one. I also have a completely free of charge course on how to set up your Thinkific site. So everything I'm going to cover over in speed today, I'm going to actually share my screen and show you how to publish a course. This is all done in depth, much slower and much more detailed in that free course there. So that's sarahcorner.com/learn Thinkific that will take you through that. Now, if you've got my starter kit, I also have demos on all of these other platforms as well. So don't think it's just one that I'm singling out for any particular reason other than we can only cover one today. Now, the third type of platform, I mentioned there's 3. So you've got your marketplace, which I recommend you just put your cheap and free stuff on for exposure. You've got your LMS, which is where I recommend you put all of your paid content, because your LMS is something that you own, you control, and is totally yours, like having your own website. The third place is a website plugin. You may have heard of sites like LearnDash that enables you to basically turn your own website into an online course platform. Great. I'm not poo-pooing this with this comment I'm going to make, but just for you to be aware of, I've mentioned it before, a plugin requires added on hosting like Wistia or Vimeo, so you have to have separate video hosting software. If you were to upload those videos directly onto your site, it would slow your site down and crash it, and you do have to be a little bit more techie than you need to be for an LMS that has been purpose-built for a great student experience. So out of all those 3 platforms, I do recommend the LMS. It's better for the student and it's definitely easier for you as the administrator. The other thing is these LMS platforms, there's tons of training videos on them. There's courses like mine out there that are free that show you how to use them. They have a customer service dashboard. If anything goes wrong, you've always got their customer service to go back to help you if something's broken. All right, that's just another one of the many reasons why I just say go for this, make your life easier, right? So this is, I'm going to demonstrate just one of them today because we obviously don't have a huge amount of time. This is Thinkific. And my top recommendation these days at the moment. And this is what the back end of it looks like to you as the course creator. Now, obviously, you will have nothing on your dashboard at this stage. I've been here for a while and over time built out lots and lots and lots of different courses. So this is all we're going to do, guys. First of all, you can just choose your design, your layout. You can add your own branding. You can add your own colors. You can add your own logos, so that just like your own website, nobody knows that this is on Thinkific or LearnWorlds or Kajabi. All of them allow you to completely and utterly custom it so that your students know no different. You have like a courses tab or a courses button on your website, and that just redirects people here and all the branding stays consistent. So guys, what we're going to do quite simply is press add a new course, and it will give you various templates here. I normally just choose a blank template, and we're going to name our course how to XYZ, right? So whatever we want to call it, we can change it later. Press create course, and it's going to take us to our course building area. Now, if you followed any of my training today or want to watch any of my training, go to sarahcorner.com/starter kit, and I've got a whole bunch of free videos on how to create an online course. But in terms of now, assuming you've filmed your videos, you've created your course content, this is the next stage. So the first thing we're going to do is add our modules, and then we're going to add our lesson titles so that we've got kind of the place to upload all of our content. So here we're in the curriculum builder. We're going to press add a chapter. Now, chapter is just Thinkific's word for module. So you might like to call this module 1, how to XYZ, or whatever theme that it is your module. So I'm going to go in first of all and just add every single module that I've got. So it said, woohoo, successful, add a new chapter. Let's put in module 2. So just for the sake of example, that's as far as I'm going to go, blah, 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 whatever that's going to be about, and save. So now we've got our modules in here. Now the next thing we're going to do is add our lessons. So when we click on add a lesson, we've got a number of different, I'm going to make this bigger so it's easier for you to see, a number of different lesson types that we can actually create. Now, my favorite and my most recommended is the video lesson, because it is the most engaging type of lesson that you can actually create. And it really, really creates that extra level of visual connection with your particular learners. So the other reason I love video lesson is because it also allows you to add text and downloads. So here's what it looks like in draft mode. I'm going to make it a bit smaller again so we can see here. But as you can see here, we can first of all add our lesson. So this lesson might be how to make a cup of tea, whatever it might be. And then we simply drag and drop our video there. Boom, done. Now I've got a few, I'm just going to upload some random examples here because I've already got some uploaded. So now it will pre-fill our video for us. And then we can add text if we want to. So we can write anything we want. In this lesson, we're going to cover how to XYZ and how to ABC. You can add in images and stuff if you want to. And then we can even add downloads. So let's pretend there's a worksheet that comes with this video. In the video, I might say, okay, guys, now go and download the worksheet that comes with this lesson and make sure you fill out exercise 1. So I press drop down and I drag and drop any file I want to there that they can download. Now I can choose whether I want to make this video downloadable or not downloadable. So it's going to protect our content that way if we want to. And I'm going to tick it as downloadable so I can show you what it looks like for a student, and simply press save. So this is my favorite type of lesson because you get to have that video, you get to have any text, you can hyperlink to other links if you want to, and you have your downloadable files. And in fact, I will just add a random file just to show you what it looks like for the student behind the scenes. So you can see there, it just uploads it. There we go. And I'm going to press save, so that saves it in there for us. So I keep going through now and adding my different lessons. I'm just going to give you a little look at what some of the other lessons do. We've got a quiz here. So if you're wanting to add a pop quiz or something in, first we get to title the quiz. So I might call this pop quiz, whatever here. And what type of question is it? We're going to have one correct answer. And question is, what is Sarah's favorite food? All right, here we go. So that's our question. And we can start putting our number of different choices in here. So let's add in choice number 1 is chips. Let's pretend that's the correct answer. And choice number 2 is wine. In fact, we're going to change that to not be the correct answer, and wine is definitely going to be the correct answer. So we can also add an explanation in there if we want to. Now I want to add another question. So question number 2, let's scroll. Here's question number 2. We've got one correct answer. The question is, what is Sarah's favorite thing to do? All right, so this is where we can just pop in whatever we like, eat chips or drink wine. All right, so let's just pop that in. Let's put that as the correct answer. And as you can see, we can keep adding as many questions as we want, but I'm just going to save it like that for now. Let me just check it's not on draft. It is on draft. If it's on draft, the students can't see it. Let's go through the other different types of lessons here. We've got a multimedia lesson. So what's that? A multimedia lesson allows you to add any URL for anything that shows up right inside the course platform. So one way I love to use this is if I want to collect student questions, for example. So let me see here. I'm going to type in my concept to course student questions sheet. So basically what I did is I went and created a Google Sheet inside Google Drive, created a Google Sheet. And it says here, this is the course, here are your questions for the next live call. So this allows the students to put their questions in, and then I answer all the questions, and then there's this record where people can find all the answers. So what I do is I grab the URL for that Google Sheet, I go back to my course area, and I paste the link to that Google Sheet in this multimedia lesson here. And I might call this lesson, please put your questions for Sarah here. And I'm going to show you what this looks like for the students, by the way, behind the scenes. I'm going to press save. So now I've got a multimedia lesson there. Now this would also work. Let's pretend you guys have a Calendly, right? So people can book coaching calls with you. This is a really clever way to get more bookings. So if I've got my Calendly link over here, this is where people can come and book paid calls with me. I can grab that URL, go back here, press add a lesson, add a multimedia lesson, and I can call it book a call with Sarah. And I can slot my Calendly link in there and press save. So now people can literally book their appointment from within their course area. Other types of lessons, you've got audio lessons where you can drag and drop audio files. You can have just purely download lessons if there's downloadable documents, text lessons. You can even do live Zoom lessons directly inside the course platform as well. So as you can see there, we would just keep on going through and adding our different lessons as we go through it all. So I'm just going to go blah, 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 blah for now, just for the sake of putting the examples in, and chuck in another video. Press save. And now I'm going to show you what this looks like from the student's perspective. I mean, as you can agree, that wasn't too difficult to do. I mean, does anyone feel like that's impossible? It's all pretty easy to do. So I'm going to go over here and press preview as a student and see what it looks like from the student's perspective. So implementing, boom. So you see here now we've got our module 1 and we've got our module 2. And when they drop down, boom, there's the video. Learning. There is the text that we made, and there's the downloadable document. So they just, boom, click that, and their document will download. Here's the quiz. So what's Sarah's favourite food? I don't know, chips, confirm. Incorrect. The answer's wine. Next, what's Sarah's favourite thing to do? Drink wine, confirm. Woo, congratulations. Next. And then it will tell me what my score and everything is. Now you can actually set behind the scenes whether they have to get 100% before they can move on, or you just might like to make it something fun that they don't have to pass. It just gives them something interactive to do. Now, please put your questions for Sarah here. So remember I had my Google Sheet. They've not left their lesson, but they can still go and type on this sheet directly inside their course. So you're not making them leave or have other documents or have multiple versions anywhere. Now, when it comes to the live call for this coaching program you're doing, you've got all your questions in one place and you know what questions you're going to go and answer for your students, which is amazing. The next thing we put in was book a call with Sarah. So the student's gone to the next lesson. Boom, they can go in and actually book their session right here, because this is a multimedia lesson, from inside the course. Module 2, we just put another video in there and you'll just see again. Hello and welcome to this. Boom, it pops up a whole video there as well. So that's what it looks like for the student. That was easy, right? Very, very easy. So what else do we need to do behind the scenes? Well, the next thing we kind of want to do is set up our course pricing. So we might choose to, so we're going over to the pricing area here. Is it free or is it a one-off payment? So let's say this course is going to be my flagship course. I'm going to make this $197, right? Let's say that this is what I'm pricing mine at. You might have it lifetime access. Maybe they only get 12 months access. I don't know, whatever it is that you've put their duration at. Whatever duration access you put in here, they will be automatically unenrolled at that day. So you don't even have the admin of having to go and remember to unenroll people or pull them out if you're only giving them set access time. So that's very cool. Now, let's say we want to give people a choice. So let's say we could do a payment plan. Maybe this is more expensive. Maybe this is 1997 course. So we can go add a price and add a payment plan. And this will be payment plan. Is maybe the choice, the price title we're giving them. And we're going to let them pay $10 over 19 months. All right, making it up. There we go. So again, you can put in the duration and the button and press save. It's probably not going to let me do that as it is. So now we've got an additional pricing option. I might add another one. I might do a subscription and say, well, actually, this is a membership and it is going to be, I know, $27. Oh, membership. $27 every 1 month. You can even choose that the first 7 days is free. So that can be a really good sales pitch you can do. Okay, come on guys, come and join my memberships, only $27 a month. You get a live coaching call with me every month, and the first 7 days is free for you to give it a test run. So they have to put in their credit card details when you have a free trial, and on the 7th day it will charge them, basically. So this is another really cool game that you can play to make it, give lots of people all different options that they might want to have, and of course make it more accessible to your students. You also have an upsell option. So let's say you have something you want to upsell people to afterwards. You've created multiple courses. You go to the after purchase option, meaning what happens after they've pressed purchase. I might want to upsell one of my other programs. So I can press upsell and I want to upsell them to, I know, a special URL. And that URL might be my coaching program, right? So sarahcordiner.com/C2C. Oh, I think you have to go HTTPS. There we go. So now what will happen, now I've done that, boom, funnel created. So now they opt in. This might be a free course. So let's pretend this is your freebie that you're giving away. In Thinkific, they actually have to put in their email address in order to get into the program, which is great because now you're growing your list. The second they've pressed submit to get the free thing, now they're automatically being upsold this paid link that I've put in here. How great is that? You're already now building a business that's going to keep upselling people and making you money. Now, the next thing you're going to do...
Are you able to add copy to that so that it's got, you know, it's got your tone of voice and everything else? Because that's the thing that I found, you can't actually have emails in here.
Yes, so you can have student notifications and it directly connects to your email marketing software. And I'm going to show you how to build the landing page just now.
Okay.
Cool. So you're going to press publish and then press save. So we now have got a published course. It's done. And we're now going to go and build the landing page behind the scenes. And this is, guys, just like any other page builder, it's all kind of drag and drop and click and fill in. So by default, it will automatically bring over your modules here in your little course curriculum. And it will just be blank at this particular stage. So the first thing we want to do is edit this area here. So I'm going to click on the image. I'm going to go to image, and it will tell you the size that you need to have here. So I normally just go on to Canva to do that. So I'm just going to upload something for now, but you just go into Canva, find an image. I'm just going to upload something, some flowers. Here we go. Let's upload our little flower picture over here. Press upload. Obviously, I would upload something that's appropriate to the course that we're creating. And you'll see that it pops up there, and you can change the darkness a little bit so that your text stands out a little bit more. There we go. And then we can also add buttons, which are these buttons here. So I'm just going to press save and just go back and show you all the different types of sections that you can add to this now. So we can add a section here, and we can add, for instance, text. So I'm going to type in text and media. Let's see where this goes. You can drag it and move it up to the top because it will always immediately come underneath. So you can see here now I can edit this area. What do I want my heading to be? At the moment it says text and media. I might say something like what you get in this course. Put a subheading in if you want to. Blah, 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 blah. Here's what you get. And then here you can actually type in as much text as you want to add over here. Blah, 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 blah. Put in whatever you like. You can add in images. You can add in videos. So I pop an image in here just for the sake of it. Here's an image. And you'll see that it pre-fills it there. So it's very, very simple to just add all of these different elements in. So obviously I make these images in Canva myself. There we go, press save. We can keep on going in, and now if I just go back to the next section here, here's all these sections that you can add in. So you can add in checklists, for instance. And by the way, if you don't like any of the sections, you can easily delete them. But I just want to show you just how easy it is here. We can change the heading to be, you know, change your life today, whatever it might be. I'm not worrying about my spellings because it's just pretend. Add checklist items. We can change the icon. So at the moment we've got a tick box there. We've hundreds of icons that we can pick from, you know, like boom. Change it to a little different icon, and you can change the text that comes with that icon by clicking on each of these here as well. So we press save. So as you can see, you can go through and keep adding all of these different elements as you go through to build your landing page out. And you can even view what it looks like over here in the mobile version as you go through and build it. You can change the background colors, you can change the font and all of that fun stuff. So I could just keep adding and adding and adding. And just play, guys. You can't break this. You can just literally go through. You can add in your instructor bios, all of your, there's our pricing options there, by the way. So remember, we made different pricing options. If I go back to desktop view, scroll down to the bottom, and we've got our different pricing options that we will automatically pre-fill if I press publish on those. What else have we got? We can add calls to action. These are our buttons. Where we have, there you go, buy now. This is your last chance to
Sarah,
buy.
what are the payment gateways it uses?
It uses Stripe and PayPal.
Thank you.
Yeah. Click on call to action, and you can see here we can change the text. We can change which place the button goes to. So we want it to go to the checkout page for whichever course we created. I can't remember what I called this now. How to XYZ, didn't I? How to XYZ. There's the course. So now it will go to that place. What do we want the default price to be? $27 a month. And instead of get started now, we can change that to whatever we want. Join now, blah, 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 press save. And so there we go. I can also change.
Does the landing page sit then in Thinkific, or can you actually then add it to your own website?
So it sits on Thinkific, but what you can do is create a link on your website. So what I actually do on mine, if I go to sarahcordiner.com, all I simply do, oh, hang on, it's gone to my starter kit thing here. Sorry, let's just go to sarahcordiner.com. In your menu items, simply just have each course name in your menu and it redirect to that page. So I like sending people to my website. And when they click on, oh my gosh, my internet's slow. When they click on courses, it drops down with all of the different course options that they have. Wow, this is slow. Mm-hmm. And I'll just show you how to do that in just a second. Let me just actually get that up. Why this is.
Sarah, can you leave enough time to talk about where you then, how you integrate website, your education learning platform and community?
Yes, okay, I can absolutely show you that, definitely. Wow, my internet is just clocked out on me right now. Let's see if I can get rid of something here. It is going very, very slow. Woo! It is not playing. Come on. There we go. Cough, cough. Moths coming out.
Doing that one. Quick question about the lesson pages. Can you add YouTube videos into your lesson pages if you're wanting to refer to somebody else's YouTube clip, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where I would use the text section of the videos. So using the text section, you can go, here's some resources I recommend. And in fact, one of the things I normally do in my courses is I create a lesson called extra resources. So over here in the curriculum area, you can simply go add a lesson, add a text lesson, and you might go extra resources or external resources. Another thing I say, external resources. And here you can type in, here is a great video on X. And then you simply put in the YouTube video link and make sure you hyperlink it with the link button there. And so your students can then click on it and go and view those other files. Yeah.
Take them out of Thinkific into YouTube.
Sorry?
That'll take them out of Thinkific out onto YouTube. You can't get your video in there.
Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow the what's it called, iframing. So yeah, unfortunately you just have to have a link if it's a YouTube video, but then all you need to do is go onto your YouTube channel and download those videos and just upload it directly into your platform. If it's your video, that is. Yeah, if you've already got videos on YouTube, what I would be doing is simply going into manage videos. And again, not a lot of people realize they've done this. If you've done live streams or you've uploaded stuff in the past and you can't find it anymore, one of the great things that you can do is go on over to your videos, and inside your studio is click on the 3 dots and you can press download, and you can actually download your video from there and just go and re-upload it into your platform. Is a little trick there.
So Sarah, can you actually upload digital products to Thinkific, or it's really only courses? So for example, if you had recorded webinars that you wanted to sell, so other digital products, can you put it on Thinkific? I found that you can.
100%. Yes, so I actually sell all of my ebooks on Thinkific as well. So
how do you do that?
So all you simply do is go add a new course, add a blank course, and I literally call mine book, and then the title of the book, press create course, and then you simply have one lesson in there, and the lesson is a PDF lesson. So over in this builder area here is you would go add a chapter, the title of the chapter is the title of the book.
And you can sell it, you can add a price to it?
Yeah, So absolutely any tutorial, you go add a lesson, you go add a PDF, you drag and drop the ebook file there, you go to pricing, and you go to one-time payment, and let's say, I don't know, it's $25, publish, boom, you're selling your ebook on your platform as well. If you've got workshop recordings, you might like to create like a resources vault where you just upload all of your recordings. So I certainly have done that in my Academy vault. So I called this my Academy vault here. And this actually includes all recordings of any workshops I do so that my members get all those recordings in there. So you can see here, here's all of the live call dates and times. Here's all the recordings from 2021. Here's the recordings from 2020. So they're just all...
So if they're a member, they'd get access to that, so they've paid for that.
Absolutely.
Or you could sell that as a separate product.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any kind of digital product at all can be sold on this platform, which is really cool.
And you also keep things secret. So I've got my online group training is confidential. So only the people who have listened to that recording can access that.
Yes. So what you can do here is go to settings, and either it's public but only people who have paid can access it, or you can simply make this a hidden course, meaning that only people who have the link or enrolled can actually see it on the public dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good. So in terms of how do you kind of put these links to your course? So let's say now we've made this course. So here's our little curriculum. We've just published, we've uploaded all of our stuff. We've done our little landing page over here. We've pressed publish on here. Now what we want to do is connect this somehow to our site. It's really easy to do. In your settings section here, you've got the Thinkific URL that's basically auto-generated. So you're going to copy that URL. Go to your website. Now this is being done on a WordPress site, but most of them are the same. You're going to go over to appearance and menus, appearance menus. And this is going to affect the menus that's on the top menu bar of your website over here. So you can see here, these are all my main menu items, and here are my drop downs. So when someone goes to my sarahcordiner.com website, it's got the courses option. And when you click on courses, it drops down with all of these different options. So if I wanted to add another one of these, I simply go add to menu, and I want to add a custom link. The link is that Thinkific course URL, and the text is XYZ course, whatever I decide to call it. Press add to menu, and boom, it's now come up there, XYZ course. I'm going to drag and drop that under my menu that I want it to be under in courses, and I'm simply going to press save menu, which is on the bottom right here, save menu. And now if I go over to sarahcordiner.com live, it should be showing there. Oh no, I'm just trying to log into my login area now. Excuse me, let's press sarahcordiner.com. If my internet, for some reason, my site seems to be very slow right now, and my menu isn't showing up.
It means you don't have to create a separate landing page in WordPress. You create it in Thinkific and you just link it into WordPress, and it looks like it's part of the website, but it's not.
Correct. So here's my live site here. There's my courses tab, and there's the XYZ course we just created. If I click on that, boom, it takes them straight there. And that's exactly where they can log in and enroll.
But then it's also taking them off your website.
And it's also taken them to the learning area, correct? So the whole learning management system is that's your learning area, your learning portal. So yeah, they've gone, you've marketed your website. You said, go to mywebsite.com/courses, and then boom, it's going to take them to each individual course landing page, which is your learning portal. So that's that bit. So now let me show you what we would do next. So we've put in our lessons and our modules. We've built our landing page. We've set our pricing. We've pressed publish. What we want to do now is make sure our students get a welcome email so that they know where to log back in. So on our main dashboard here, we're going to click on support your students and notifications. And so on our notifications section, we can make sure that we've automatically set up a welcome email for our students. And even progress, weekly check-in progress emails as well. So we can turn on our welcome to our site, but let's go and welcome. Here's our XYZ course. It will automatically pull them over. How to XYZ, that's the course we just created. We're going to now edit the welcome email to be whatever we want. So this will pre-fill with your site name. It will pre-fill with the student's first name, and it will automatically pre-fill with the course name. And then we can write anything we want, you know, welcome to the course, blah, 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 blah. We can put in, come and join my Facebook group. We can put, you know, come and have a coaching call with me, blah, 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 blah. And that will allow you to put in anything you like so that they get their welcome user information there. Press save, and now that student's going to get all of that information. Now, the other thing you can do in notifications is turn on weekly reminders, and this will automatically send your students, you got your course welcome email. You can also turn on, if I scroll all the way down, sorry, I've got so many things in here, where's your progress reminders? If they moved that? It's not showing.
So the progress command, can you actually time them so that when they finish each module, they get an email? Or do you? I didn't think that they were time sensitive.
Not within your directly from Thinkific. You can just do, they seem to have moved the weekly reminders for some reason. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's there, weekly reminder. So this will send them weekly emails. However, if you want to do a much more customed email sequence, this is where you would want to connect your email marketing software and create an automation in your email marketing software. Thinkific directly connects with pretty much all of them. So you connect
not Entreport.
Sorry?
But not Entreport.
Oh, I think it might be in the new App Store. Pretty sure they've recently connected that via an API connection. So you go to their apps and you click on App Store, and this is where it shows you all of the different stuff that connects it to it. And where's our search box? Entreport. Let's have a look and see what comes up. I don't have to write the whole word in or not. And you're correct. So yeah, you're right. It's actually not showing, but you can use Zapier.
No problem.
So I would definitely use Zapier for that, which is what I used to use with ActiveCampaign actually before it had an automatic connection. So Zapier will definitely have a connection to Thinkific for that. So those of you who don't know what Zapier is, it's basically a piece of software that acts like a bridge where it connects any two pieces of software to each other. So I am just going to, is it going to make me sign in? Here we go. Let's log in here. So if I wanted to connect Thinkific and Entreport together, or indeed any software with anywhere, I would go Entreport, boom, and Thinkific, boom, there we go. And what do we want to do? We want to create a new contact when somebody, or hang on, the other way around, enroll a user. So it can go the other way around as well. So when someone signs up to Thinkific, they are made a new user on Entreport. If someone's on Entreport, we can add them or enroll them in a course automatically. Boom, Zapier will do that for you, no problem at all.
Okay.
Cool. So look, there are a lot of other elements to setting this up. I'm just fairly conscious of the time that we've got at the moment. But the free Thinkific course I have, sarahcorner.com/learn Thinkific, does take you through the actual setting up the site, how to brand it all, how to create your membership academies and all that kind of stuff. But before we do finish, I do like to go around and ask any questions in case there's things on people's minds. Do I have any questions at the moment?
Community. How you connect that with community? Like, do you then do all your stuff on Facebook? Yeah.
Thank you. I completely forgot to answer that question. Sorry about that, Susie. So there are two different ways of adding a community to your courses. If you're targeting the public market, public love Facebook. It's the most engaged area. So if you're using Facebook, I simply make it a lesson inside the course. So just to give you an idea, inside my Concept to Course, this is my 30-day group coaching program for course creation. Inside one of the first lessons, I say, please make sure you join this secret group. I will be in there every day. I'll be in there answering questions. I'll be in there live streaming for you. So you'll see in this first area is the pre-preparation module. So I don't call it module 1. I call it pre-preparation module, module 1, module 2, module 3. All right, so in the pre-preparation module, I've got in here, welcome to your program and how it works. So it gives them all of their information about what they need to do, how to use it all. I've got bonuses in there. And then I've got join the secret Facebook group right here. So that's just a text lesson. I've got a screenshot of the group. There's the link to the group, and then I tell them to go in and say hi and do a live stream and everything. So if you're using a Facebook group, creating a text lesson called Join the Group is probably the best way to do it. But Thinkific also has an actual communities function built in. So what I can do over here is go to support your students on the main dashboard and go to communities. Click on communities. And you can create your own community that looks and feels just like a Facebook group, except is a lot more beneficial, or appropriate rather, for a corporate client or your more business type clients that perhaps don't want to be on Facebook in the workplace. It's also much better and safer if you're working with children. If you are working with kids, I'd highly recommend you don't send them to a social media platform, because obviously there's so many more distractions there, but also you can't control any of the other stuff that they see when they're on that platform. So if you've got children or corporates or professionals, you might want to have your own community. So call this whatever you want, you know, the XYZ course community. Over here, create description. Who can access it? Every single person in your whole entire school, or just students who are enrolled in the XYZ course, right? So this is just for these people. So I'm going to press yes. That's the one I want them in. Press apply, or only me. You can then choose the color and branding of that community. You can change the font of that community. You can upload a cover image for your community and press save. And then it will give you a share link, right? So grab that share link, go back to the course that you created. Now you can actually share that link anywhere. So if I was to go into the chat box here, like I could email all my students and go, hey guys, here's the community, and pop it in the chat box or send it out in an email. But I actually want that to be in my How to XYZ course. So what I might do is go back to the XYZ course. I'm going to go to add a lesson. I'm going to add a multimedia lesson and call it the XYZ community. I'm going to pop that link in that I've just been given and press save. And I'm going to actually drag it right to the top. So it's the first lesson that they see. Now, if I go to view the course, preview the course as an enrolled student, you'll see now what the community looks like. Over here, now at the moment, we haven't got anyone in there. So it's going to look a bit empty right now. But as people start chatting in here, give it a second. Oh gosh, my internet is shocking today. Let's close some of these bits over here. Come on. There we go. So now we can create a new post, and it's just like Facebook. We can go blah, blah, blah. I can add images, I can add videos, I can add files in exactly the same way. Students will get notified if their comments are replied to, and everyone in here can communicate with each other and share their stuff. So this is a great function to use if you want to create that community, but you don't want to be on the Facebook platform. If you are using public market, Facebook works really, really well.
Sarah, I've got a question about Grade Centre. By the way, this seems to be a heck of a lot better than Blackboard or Moodle, so thanks for showing us that. Grade Centre, does it have a Grade Centre so that it can link up to their records, CRM system or that sort of thing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of features that I didn't actually show you in the lesson types over here is you can actually create assignments. You can also connect Brilliant, which is an exam-based software that allows you to then collect and score students for accredited training. So those people who are delivering accredited training, nationally recognizing units of competency, qualifications, or collecting points for CPD purposes, you may want to connect the Brilliant app with this, which allows you to collect legally and formally the evidence of assessment and grade people's work. But in terms of an assignment, I'm going to show you something sort of less formal but works in the same kind of way. If I add an assignment, I can put the title of the assignment. In fact, let's just call it assignment over here. We can type in all the instructions. We can also add a video here if we want to just add some video instructions for the assignment. This is where we can add any downloadable templates. We can also choose the size or the maximum size limit of the submitted assignment by the student as well. So, you know, maybe I want to give them maximum download. What's the confirmation message? This may say, you can type in here, congratulations for submitting your assignment. It has been received. You will hear back from us soon. So I'm going to press save just for the sake of demonstration, show you what this looks like from the student's end. This actually gives the students a box to drag and drop their work. So maybe they've got to do a video and drag and drop that, of them doing some kind of demonstration for something. Maybe they've got a piece of work that they have to write. You'll see here, that they're given the assignment. There's the instructions that we wrote. We could have added a video here if we wanted to as well, but they can actually drag and drop their items from Dropbox, Google, or straight from their computer. Drop it there. When they drop it there, I think we just got the default stuff. I'll just randomly dump something there for a second. Let's just pull that over. So they've got something, press upload. So that's my assignment I've just submitted as the student, and it'll go whatever the default text was. We didn't change it. Cool, submit my assignment. And now it says under review over here. So now as the instructor, if I go over to my main dashboard, you've got support your students and you've got assignments. So you click on there. Now, as the site owner or the instructor, if you've got co-instructors, you may have made somebody else the instructor. You can have as many other instructors as you want. It will actually say Sarah Cordiner submitted an assignment. Now you can see here, there it is, Sarah Cordiner. She's got her a file that she's uploaded there. It's got the date that she submitted it for the sake of those records. Now I can actually go in and view that assignment. So if I was to go in and click on it, over here, it will open up the document. I can actually just click into it over here. Oopsie. I can send Sarah, and oh gosh, my internet is just not going fun today. I can actually go in and approve it. I can leave a message, I can reject it, and so on. And underneath our reporting, this is where we can also get reports on the student engagement, how many videos they're watching, what % of the videos they watched, how far into it they got. So you can do progress reports. All kinds of reporting is available on here in terms of what they watched and how far they went. Really good for if you're tracking the CPD for corporates or academic students as well.
Great, wonderful, thank you.
Pleasure.
Brilliant. Sarah, can I just ask, with the Thinkific, when people go from your website to the Thinkific page, what's the URL? Is there a way, like, does that URL contain your name or your company name, or
yes,
how does that?
So you can just keep it as Thinkific, and I do mine because I send people to my site, which then redirects them to that platform. So for me, I don't really care that it's got Thinkific in it. It's just my learning portal. I promote my website. But yes, you actually can go straight to your DNS host, to your website host, and create a subdomain that then becomes your Thinkific site. So you actually can make it yourwebsite.com/courses. So nobody knows that it's on Thinkific at all. Yeah, that's very, very simple to do. You just phone up Crazy Domains or whoever you're with, and they do it over the phone with you in a couple of clicks. They just say, click here, put in your Thinkific URL, and boom, it becomes a subdomain of your site.
Fantastic, thank you.
Pleasure.
Sarah, with recording all of your videos, are you using, I've seen you a couple of times now, you stand in your office with a camera in front of you and a whiteboard or a butcher's paper. Do you use PowerPoint at all?
I generally use Google Slides. I use the Google Suite for most things because it's impossible to lose stuff. So yeah, I generally do, and you know, it only has to be like this. I use a platform called Camtasia. Oh, I forgot to share my screen there. Let me just share my screen a second. So I use Camtasia. Camtasia is software that you buy once, and this is the reason why I like it. It's about $300, which obviously is an investment, but you don't have yearly membership fees or subscription fees. You literally buy it once and you have it forever. So I literally bought this 7 years ago and never had to pay for it since. So this is where you simply press record the screen. So whether I've got a PowerPoint on my screen or whether I'm demonstrating stuff like this, all I did then was press record the screen, and wherever it's gone now, that will now allow me to record my camera, webcam on, and my screen at the same time. Oh, here we go. It's just taken a while to pop up. I'll just pull this over. You see this button here? So all you got to do is turn the camera on. It'll be a green tick, and you'll see this green dots around my screen here. That's the screen that's being recorded. So all I would then do is press record, and then simply switch my screen to either the slides. So I tend to use Google Slides over here. So I was presenting this right now. I just whack that in present mode. Webcam's on, and I'm just going teach, 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 next slide, teach, 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 next slide. When I finish, you just press turn off record, and then it will allow you to simply go back into your Camtasia here, and you can add in, let's add in some annotations. This is where you can drag and drop all of your text in here. And you can start doing these little pop-ups, adding your little code here. That's how you do the editing. You simply press export and save it as an MP4 file. Boom, done. I actually usually just upload it straight to YouTube.
Is that a pumped up version of Snagit?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Now, if you've got if you've got a Mac, you've got iMovie. If you've got Windows, you've got Movie Maker. Now, none of them have quite the advanced features that something like Camtasia or Screencast-O-Matic have, but they certainly do if you're just doing information videos. I think sometimes people can get really hung up on the production and think that it has to have whizzy bangy, poppy, flashy words and stuff in it. My only recommendation is that you just put your URL on the bottom. Because, ultimately you're going to be sharing some of the course videos up on YouTube and stuff like that to give people those deli counter tasters. But I just say to people, look, you're talking to other humans, keep it relaxed, use your phone, use your webcam, and just answer the questions casually. Even when I make mistakes, when I'm filming my videos, I don't edit it out. If I was teaching face to face, and I, not just talking directly to yourself, Michael, just for everyone else's purposes, if I'm talking away and I'm like, oh, what was I saying? Oh, yes, that's it. So blah, blah, blah. I don't.
That's real.
Yeah, I never cut that stuff out ever, especially since COVID. COVID has been the course creator's best friend because people have got so used to reality now. I've got videos, my professional videos that people are paying for literally have the cat's bum go across the screen. And I'm like, sorry about him. Anyway, what I was saying was, hairball, that blah, blah, blah. And I never cut that out. People love it. They're like, oh, you're actually normal, It's rather than these Hollywood productions that just make you feel so far away from your audience that it just becomes actually a distancer rather than a connector.
Makes you more relatable. Absolutely.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep. Fantastic. Thank you.
Pleasure. We've got some more time for more questions. Anything else anyone wants to ask?
How many courses can you upload onto Thinkific? Is it sort of unlimited?
Unlimited students and unlimited courses on the paid plan, obviously. So if you're on the free plan, you can only upload 3 courses. If you're on the paid plan, which starts from $49 a month, you can just keep going, friends, which is great.
And Kajabi equally as good, Sarah?
Yeah,
I know you've got a preference, but equally as good?
Oh yeah, look, and I only have a preference for my personal user experience, but Kajabi is fantastic as well. Now, there is a slight difference with Kajabi in that Kajabi really promotes itself as being an all-in-one platform. So Kajabi, you don't have to add an external email marketing software to it. It actually is also an email marketing software. Now, this is a massive pro for some people, those who, particularly over tech overwhelmed or, just want everything in one place. It can be a really positive, massive pro. I'm not talking it down because I love it. I'm a partner with Kajabi. I absolutely adore their product, but I just want to give you something to think about. I'm not saying don't use it or this is a bad thing. Just make consideration. If you have all your eggs in one basket and something goes wrong with that platform, you've lost everything. So I personally prefer to have my learning management system, my learning portal, my website, and my email software separate. And this is because I've learned the hard way. If your learning portal goes down, your email software is still live. You can email everyone and say, hey guys, here's another way to access your content, and direct them to a Google Drive folder or something. If your website goes down, you can still promote and talk to everyone through your portal and through your email marketing software. If you have all of that stuff in one place and that one place goes down, you are stuffed. And that happened to me before. So I'm not saying don't use it. I'm not saying it's bad, but for everyone there, just consider the pros and cons of these things as you're thinking about your particular business and your own risk management.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
So
it's been very, very helpful.
So what email system would you recommend?
This one I absolutely definitely have a favorite for, and I like ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is not just an email marketing software, it's a sales management system, and it just does loads and loads of other things. I do have a whole course on it. I've just put a link in the comments there, sarahconnor.com/active. That will give you a free trial on ActiveCampaign. But inside my academy for $47, I've got an entire ActiveCampaign course for $47 in there, which shows you how to set it up, how to do automations. I've given you copies of all of my imported automations that I've built for you for checking in with students on courses, for welcome nurture sequences, upsell sequences for courses and coaching programs too.